Greetings and welcome to another video. As you can see right here, we have a new Scale 18 car model. It has been a long time since I've got a new one. And this one is my first Scale 18 Porsche. As you can see, it is the 2022 Porsche 1911 GT3, and you can see it's in a nice red. Let's get straight into it. And I'll put the timestamp on screen now, so y'all can. So if anyone wants to skip, it doesn't have tape to close the box. Anyway, so if y'all want to skip the unboxing, y'all can. Oh, all right. The entire background for the box came out with it. Oh well, that's fine. I never keep the boxes or the display stands. It is, as always, it is die-cast metal. And that is quite stuck on there. It has been a while since I've gotten a large car. There we go. Yay! I went to my local Walmart today and they happened to have it. Now, of course, I'll skip this boring part where I'm undoing these these two Phillips screws, so y'all don't have to see it. Alright, here we go. Alright, that went a little faster than I was expecting, but I'll still cut it out. As y'all just saw, I cut it out anyway. Just take the little bits of tape off and we should be good to proceed. Come on, there we go. I don't want to scratch it. The shiny red paint job. Alright, well, here it is. Does not look red on my phone screen, my camera screen, but here it is, the 1911 GT3. I'm going to be completely honest, I am not that familiar with Porsches, but I do indeed say this does look accurate to the real Porsche. As you can see, we got yellow brake calipers, suspension. This car model does have suspension. Love to see that. Steering wheel turns, and the steering wheel on the interior turns very well with the wheels. I'll get to that when I open the interior, so it's easier for y'all to see. Of course, we got a printed Porsche logo, printed license plate, good detail in the headlights, although it is a little tricky to see because of my light. It is there, and we do have a frunk on this. It does open up, as you expect. There's a good amount of detail on the underside of the hood. Don't always see that. And interesting also, these vents, these hood vents right here are actually, well, vents. The actual vents are on the hood, or inside the hood. And close, you can see those vents right there. I was not expecting that. That's cool. That's a cool detail. These are getting more detailed, it seems. Lots of air intakes, air curtains. You can see the frunk is, again, surprisingly detailed for what this car is, for the car model. I was not expecting it to be that detailed. It's not carpeted, and I mean, not much front size in the Porsche, but I mean, that's the vast majority of these sports cars or high-end exotic sports cars. Not much storage. There's a little bit closer look at the wheel. It does spin. The brake disc and brake calipers are one piece, so the brake disc does not spin separate from. So the brake disc does not spin separate from the caliper. Up on the side of the door, we have just a mold of the door handle. Obviously, the door handle does not move and break way too easily. The side view mirror is on there pretty securely. I like that. Some car models have a little flimsy plastic side mirror. And, as always, nice and reflective piece of plastic on that side mirror. So it is an actual mirror, technically. The rear wheel, same, identical to the front, although, as you can see, it's a little wider. And a solid brake disc and brake caliper assembly. Although the caliper is yellow with some nice wording on it. And the wheel design is also the same. Moving on to the back, it is very Porsche-esque, very round, lots of cool lines. Taillights, some vents on top. Taillights are nicely detailed. That silver line appears to be printing and not actual silver plastic. An identical license plate to the front. We got two little exhaust nozzles in the relatively small rear diffuser. A GT3 printed on there, and just above it, there's you might see the little black dotted line in there just above GT3. It's hard to see. On the real car, that is supposed to be Porsche and molded plastic or metal. I'm not sure the material, but it's supposed to be molded letters on there. But it appears in this car model, it just like Morse code. It's just dots and dashes to represent the letters being there. So not actual molded letters, unfortunately, for the Porsche, but that is what that is supposed to be. Up here, we can see a little bit of the interior storage area, as well as a little bit of roll cage, if you can see through the glare. And of course, there's a big rear wing. It is, on this car model, stationary. I'm pretty sure it is. I think it is somewhat active on the real car. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But it is stationary on this car. But it does look cool. I like how the ends of it are capped off with black. And the right side is identical to the left, with the exception of the gas cap. Because this is a European car, it is up here on this. Sorry, why is my camera not auto-focusing? Anyway, it's on the front on this side of the car rather than being back in here, where it is and where I live in America. In the Americas, I've got a little bit of silver printing for the reflector. Rear reflectors are not visible as far as I can tell. And let's move on to the interior. The doors are standard car doors. They just open up to the side, not as wide as the real car. There you can see the steering wheel is moving quite a lot with the wheels. I don't see that it moves that often and that well for these car models, but that is a really nice detail. And speaking of detail, the interior is very nicely detailed. I can see a few stickers on the dashboard so there's something on the dashboard. What I'm pretty certain is the clock that all Porsches have on the dashboard. And there's some silver interior pieces. It appears to be all printed in, not actual molded pieces of plastic. That is a very nice interior. The seats are not that detailed. I mean, it's just the seat. There's not much detail to be had. And you can't really see anything else of the rear storage area behind the seats. Underside of the car, you saw it earlier when I pointed out the wheels being thicker and thinner. But, I mean, there is some detail, a little bit of greebling, a little bit of rear diffuser fins in the back, but ultimately there's not that much on the underside, which is fine. That's not the way you're looking. But it is a good weight. Like I said, the build is all metal frame, or not metal frame on the car model. It is just a metal body with plastic parts for all the black details. Pretty much all the black is plastic, and a little bit of rubber, of course, for the tires. I mean, it rolls well. The suspension is always cool. Steering wheel kind of auto-corrects when I move it. And they are spring-loaded, so they will return to being straight when you turn them. Not so much when it is on the ground. They will stay. It appears if your display stand is not that grippy, then they will stay turned. I mean, if it is grippy. If it is slippery, then they'll just go back to being straight, and then you can't get a cool wheel turned design to it, which looks pretty cool. Quick final thoughts. I kind of wanted. Again, I'm not too familiar with Porsche. They are not my favorite car, but I'm happy to finally have one in scale 18. I believe Porsche has been long overdue to get some car in my collection. I do. And, I mean, it's bright red and flashy. It'll definitely stand out, even among the, I think, one red Ferrari I have. It has been a while since I've seen all my scale 18s. They've all been in storage because I packed them up because I thought I was going to move, but then I didn't, and I haven't been able to get them back out because I don't have really a place to display them all. So I got other stuff. But yeah, that's about it. Good car model. I'm happy to finally conveniently find a scale 18 car just at a regular store. Most of the ones I have, actually all of them I was only able to find online because there's not really any dedicated large scale car models stores that carry them in in the small town where I live. I guess Walmart is stepping up their game and getting these in stock, and I hope they do. I did forget to mention this is one of the main brands that I get mine from, Miasto. Miasto is where I think I have most of my scale 18s from now, with a few exceptions from Burgo, GT Spirit, and I have 3 official Tesla ones. But these Miastos are good, and like I said, especially in the front area with under hood and those vents actually being separate and hollow on the hood, that is really, really good. I'm has, and the interior as well. The whole interior is a lot more detailed than I have seen on previous car models. I'm very happy to see that. Good quality, and the price this was not that expensive. It was cheaper than most of the ones I have. It's around $40, where most of the other ones I get are anywhere from $50 to $80, somewhere in there. But yeah, good model, good Porsche. Definitely good for display. Not again, these models are more for display than play. They are, even though I mentioned the rear wing is stable, is sturdy and stable on there, as well as the side mirrors, they will break off if you drop it and roughhouse with it. So it is definitely more of display than play. But thank you all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. Again, I'll try to upload more, and hopefully someday soon I shall return.